Well, once again, Jacob, thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate it.
It's all right.
To get us started, could you tell me a little bit about where you were at with retroactive jealousy before investing in my course?
Pretty similar to yourself, I think. It was kind of like when I woke up in the morning, it was the first thing on my mind. And when I went to bed, it was the last thing on my mind. But it was just like intrusive thoughts. I wanted to like ask a million questions a day. Yeah, it was kind of just this relentless like voice in the back of my head, like telling me, just obsessing basically. Like, oh, what if my partner prefers her previous partner more than me, or stuff like that. Really needed a lot of reassurance, which kind of was not fair on her. Yeah, so that was basically where I was at.
What were some of the things that you tried to do on your own to kind of solve this problem?
Well, I started off trying to outthink it, which didn't work. If anything, that made it a lot worse. Like, I thought, like, oh, if I just like push the thoughts away or say, don't think this, it'll be better. If anything, that made it exponentially worse. I tried just exercising all the time, but as soon as I kind of put the weights down at the gym or got back from my run, it would start again. And then, I don't know, I was basically just sleeping the whole time, so I wasn't conscious to have the thoughts.
Were you ever afraid that your relationship was going to end because of retroactive jealousy specifically?
Yeah, I thought that it was just too much. I was like, oh, I can't do this. I can't deal with this. Yeah, I was kind of ready to throw in the towel. And I'm pretty sure if I hadn't kind of found your course, that would have happened. So thankfully I did.
That's great. That's great to hear. So what finally made you take the leap of faith and decide to invest in the course?
Well, I watched kind of, you're probably aware of the Happy Hour podcast clip with Alfie Indra. I kind of seen that clip a couple of years ago and kind of thought, oh, that would be awful to deal with, because I've been kind of avoiding relationships for various reasons. And then I kind of went back, watched that clip, and your course was mentioned, and I was kind of just like, I can't make it any worse, you know? Like, I want to do everything I can to get better. Like, I knew that ending that relationship would just be a temporary kind of fix because, like, you know, I'd go into my next relationship and the same problems would probably pop up all over again. I kind of watched a few of your YouTube videos first, and there were like little tidbits that were really helping. And I kind of just wanted like not a crash course, but just a well laid out plan that kind of, you know, the order was clear. I kind of got all the information I needed in one place, I guess.
Great. And how would you compare your feelings now to before you found my course?
Oh man. Um, I want to wake up in the morning. I want to be around my girlfriend a lot more. Like, honestly, you mentioned the jealousy scale, and I was at like a 10 and like a hard 10. And now it's like a 3 or 4. Now it's like I might get a thought a couple times a day and I'm better equipped to deal with it, like instead of forcing it out. I use some of the techniques you mentioned. Yeah, life's just better. It's just like I can be happy in a relationship instead of always being like stressed, like, oh, I know another thought's coming. Like, even before they were coming, I was stressing because I knew they were going to be there, you know? Life's just so much better, and the course definitely works. So, yeah, like it saved my relationship, saved my mental state quite a lot as well. So, yeah.
That's fantastic. Yeah, that never gets old hearing that. I'm really glad to hear it.
Yeah.
And finally,
Yeah.
Jacob, my last question for you. What is your message for other retroactive jealousy sufferers? And what would you tell anyone who's on the fence about investing in my course?
To answer the first question, my message is, well, probably a few things. One, you're not alone. If you're watching this video, there's already 2 of us on this call that have suffered from this. And I'm sure there are thousands, if not tens of thousands of others out there suffering with it too. But the other thing you can take away is that the 2 of us sat here have kind of gone from like it being an everyday kind of all consuming thing for myself. Now it's kind of like just a bit consuming for yourself. I think you've said it's almost totally not a problem. So don't be afraid to kind of accept that within yourself and kind of deal with it. And what I would say if you're on the fence about investing in the course is if you want to be happy, just do it. Like, it will help. I can almost promise it. I know I thought I'd kind of had no hope at all. I thought that I was just kind of stuck with this for the rest of my life. And I took the course, and now I feel really good. I'm really happy in my relationship. And, you know, if it can take someone like me, who it was like a kind of every couple minutes, I was getting an intrusive thought or something, and it can take me down to like a 2 or 3 within, you know, less than a couple months, then it can help anyone.